everyone, welcome back. Last episode, well, Dawson's not going to forget that birthday anytime soon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Oh, is this his movie? Had to be, because that was Jerry Rowan, or Rachel Lee Cook character.
Well, I don't think I can find the words.
Keeping in mind that it's a rough cut and everything,
Well, she seems, I think those are tears of joy, or of being mesmerized by it.
This is the type of motion picture going experience that not only enlightens and inspires, but it can change the way people look at their lives, their world, their universe. No question about it. I mean, Jack McPhee will be one of the great filmmakers of our generation.
Is this a dream?
Will you marry me?
No.
Yes.
But you're gay.
Oh, Dawson.
So, how does this movie make you feel? Jen?
I think that the Capper's a little too saccharine.
We never had discussions like this at this age when we spoke about film in school.
I mean, the hero is an innocent, which allows him to believe that the future has hope, so the antagonist would be cynicism.
That's true.
Around whose opinion actually carries some weight, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
No.
Oh.
Dawson.
I'm afraid she's gonna think it's amateur hour.
Why is his dad here?
Hi, Dawson.
Hi, Mr. Harry.
Oh, come on, you can call me Dad.
Does he work at the school? Did I miss something?
Serial killer. Airhead.
Oh,
Okay, Jack, it's your turn to rate the guys in the lunch line.
that was weird to rate him like that.
Are you alright?
I'm bored. With this school, with work, with this town.
How completely bizarre is this? You know, a month ago we were dating and,
I know.
Yeah, I like how that she's so close to him as a friend.
Is this still like a collection from your earlier works?
Jerry, you gonna be okay? She's in a rut.
Where were you?
None of your business. I missed the kissing part. And I like to think I'll get kissed again before the millennium comes and goes.
Yeah, you will.
Dawson seems a little moody lately.
You mean like Joey?
Why don't we find out when that elusive next kiss is gonna find its way to your lips?
Oh, the fortune teller.
And so remember what Captain Skippy says. If you are going to have the sex, protect yourself. Do it where you can't get caught, you know.
We're doing sex talk to kids at their age?
$5.
Same accent as Pacey.
She borrowed something of yours. Does that mean anything to you?
I don't know, she may have borrowed a pencil or something.
Yeah, she's... Yeah. What a... Okay.
You must say yes to every opportunity that comes your way.
Every? That could put her in a predicament that's not great.
You will be safe as long as you follow your heart.
It's just completely generic things that you would say to anyone around that age.
I know I probably sound like a completely naive film geek when I say this, but your being here is really giving
She's
me a
very
lot of hope.
inspiring.
You know, I mean, you grow up in a small town like this, and
She is working for big companies.
Do I make you nervous? Should have guessed your film was a love story.
really? Why?
You have quite the romantic spirit, Dawson Leary.
He really does. He's very much stuck in that whole romance side and that one true love and soulmates.
Excuse me. Are these yours?
See what happens.
These are really quite good. Call in Manchester.
There's the sea.
Well, keep up the good work.
He keeps looking at Jack.
I think maybe he's a sign. Maybe he's the answer to getting that pre-millennium, no strings, no commitments kiss.
Pre-millennium. Wow. Oh, does he like Rose?
No, but that guy over there at that booth is totally checking you out.
Don't be silly. Someone checking me out the very...
He's outright looking at you. He swooped his hair back.
Evelyn Ryan. It's me, Whit. Whit Hubley.
Lord in heavens, I thought you were dead.
It's not a pickup line. But was this her first true love?
Why don't we have dinner together tonight and catch up on old times?
Oh, no. Really, I couldn't. Thank you anyway, Whit.
Look, if you change your mind.
Oh, I will say, people could be pretty forward in this show.
You want to sit?
Nah, sure.
For as long as I can remember, I've always been fascinated with faces. How differently they appear in certain light.
Oh.
So you can stare at for hours, like a work of art. I mean, would it all be possible?
Can I take your picture?
Yes.
Photograph you?
Because he kept touching the planes of her face and talking about how she looks and how she shows many emotions.
Captain Skippy says, never talk to strangers, always fasten your safety belt, and
This
memorize
kid,
your
you look at these
address
kids and I
okay?
really...
Hey, Captain Skippy, you're a great, big, smelly jerk.
I know you are, but what am I?
Go on, Facey. They shut that kid up.
So, what do you see?
Uh-oh. That's not good.
What happened?
He wants to take my picture for his portrait class. He's a freshman at the Art Institute.
But he did keep looking at Jack.
He's an artist. He's different. He's life experience.
With what?
Yeah, like what? The higher art of French kissing?
That didn't go in your mouth.
Project that this will be a magical evening, filled with old-fashioned romance. And besides, what seems like a really cool guy. I'm sure he has Trojans in his wallet.
Jen, don't do that to your grandmother.
Oh, you look great.
All right, loosen up there, loosen up. All right, Joey, give me a little bit of attitude. Attitude.
Wait, yeah, he's doing the photography. Look at Jack.
All right, Marilyn Monroe singing Happy Birthday to JFK. Excellent. That's it, Joey, that's it.
You're the ghost of Catherine and you're waiting for Heathcliff at the end of Wuthering Heights. Thanks.
They get on very well, those two.
You are a born diva.
Yeah, called you a diva. No. Oh, yeah.
Just curious, when somebody comes to you to have their fortune told, why can't you just say something nice? Something reassuring, because I guarantee you that's all they want to hear.
But then they would be a lie.
Beneath the mask is a little boy, afraid of the world, afraid of everything. He knows all he has is resting on a house of cards.
There's something I wanted to,
Yes.
Is your friend Jack
Like, seeing anyone.
dating anyone?
Told you. He looked at Jack 3 times when they first met.
You really need to develop some gaydar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I hear they're giving a training course on that down at the community center.
I think Jack could sense something. He likes
Oh, he
you.
wanted to meet you after the fair, so I told him you'd be by the fire at 11.
You what? Why?
Because he's nice and smart and attractive. I mean, what's your problem? Just
He's scared.
Just because there happens to be a second homosexual in Cape Side, it doesn't mean that I'm obligated to go out with him, Joey.
She never said that. He's just afraid. He's just afraid.
You want my honest opinion?
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
You sure you want the truth?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, then I'm not going to sugarcoat it, Dawson. I think your film is completely uninspired. The story's non-existent. Even your dialogue isn't believable.
I mean, it needs some work. I mean, I know that.
It lacks emotion of any kind and says...
if I cut the B storyline?
It won't help. It's a preposterous soap opera about a bunch of teenagers who talk too much.
Which is what this show's about.
Thank you. I appreciate your honesty.
Sorry, Dawson.
I also like that this felt like critique that was labeled at the show for the way people talk. So it felt like they were using this moment to kind of make fun, but also bring aware that they do understand what people think about the use of language from these so-called teenagers.
I know that I should be moving forward towards this whole new sexual identity. The truth is, I'm just not ready.
Which is absolutely okay, you're very young.
Plenty of time to be kissed.
I was like, what are you doing? We already went through this in the last episode. Instead, it was just their friendship.
Oh, I understand.
I think, aww.
With this? Yeah.
So he gets rejected a lot, it seems.
The truth is, I'm on the proverbial rebound. I just recently broke up with someone. And we've been friends for a long time before that.
Here we go.
I don't have the relationship or the friend.
She can relate.
I guess I'm just trying to fill a void.
Oh, Graham.
Grams, what's the matter? Where's Wet?
Oh, well, his wife wasn't feeling well, so he...
Oh. Screw him.
No, I'm so sorry. I never should have pushed you into going out with him. I had no idea.
But how are you to know that?
Do you ever get afraid of facing the future alone?
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes. Me too.
Oh, they're lovers. It's very interesting.
She might say this is on the house.
Thanks.
Dun dun dun. She was there to spread the message for everyone for what's to come.
Who's there?
Daddy's home. So, when we had Dawson discussing about the archetype of the antagonist and the protagonist and what the metaphor for that was, or the understanding for it was, when they were reviewing that movie at the beginning, so like pessimism and all of that, I feel like everyone was their own antagonist in this episode. Everyone skewed more on the negative side of what they're feeling. I would say the fortune teller was that device that you were kind of supposed to mock, but then all of a sudden it felt as if she was really telling them the truth about themselves that they needed to hear to move forward and become their own protagonist. I felt for Dawson when he got that review. I knew she wasn't going to like it because, again, he highlighted several times that she works for extremely big companies and is doing very well for herself. And also, her specific love of film is, I think, different from Dawson's. Though they have elements that are similar, she has a very specific viewpoint and it's quite narrow. I did find it interesting when she was speaking to him because there are people like that. Very much so. You get that when you audition, you get that when you're creating films. They could be really harsh, really rude. They could put you down. And quite a few times, it's not to help you progress. It's just kind of... I don't know how to describe something. Sometimes they give you really great critique and it really helps you understand where you need to improve. And then other times, it's just to break you down. I do disagree with her about the camera because, again, he's not going to be able to afford a camera that is going to cost thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands to get the quality that she's talking about, that a lot of films get. So, of course, when you're recording and you're learning and you don't have the money, it's going to be very low quality that way. I did like I felt like the meta references and the self-referential aspects of the show, it felt as if they were talking to the audience by saying, we understand the critique you're given about the show. Because when she said a show like this won't work, while season 2 was very popular, I believe. So it was also, I felt like, a call out to people that shows like this do work and people who talk like this do exist. But I did like the show kind of calling itself out and bringing that to light through her use of language and her moment with Dawson. And then she's with the dad, so it's like, great. So we have to deal with her for a little bit. And Dawson is a 16-year-old boy that you just kind of shattered his world and he's already feeling down about himself. I know he'll come around, but it does take a while, and he knows he can win film awards, and it's about progression and building on that. People start from the very bottom and then they build up and they learn things, but they also need someone to guide them and help them. You, yes, be honest, but don't break someone down. Andy and Pacey, they were in it a little bit. Andy hoping things will get better. I felt for her, but again, she is so young that, you know, she has a whole life of her of goods and bads, and it's just how she overcomes them. Poor Grams, you know, she had a man interested in her, and it turns out he had a wife, and I thought, what an asshole to come to her and do that. She looked amazing, and it made her realize that her life hasn't ended because her husband's not there anymore. She can live her life and still remember him, still love him, but still enjoy it. Dawson and Jerry are very much heading into either a season finale kiss or something's going to happen, because it's very clear that they really want to get back together. I knew the guy who came to Jerry liked Jack because when they were having that conversation at the beginning, 3 times he looked at Jack. I believe 2 or 3 times. I think 3, but he looked at him when he was speaking. And I was like, okay, he likes him. That's a very clear indication when someone likes you, that they're talking to someone, but they're looking at you. Then they were both referencing who she should look like and what she should do. And then he asked Jack if he was single. And obviously, it's fine for Jack not to be ready. I mean, he's just come out. He doesn't need to start dating and dip his toe into the pool yet. He's not ready. And the guy was on the rebound, so it might have just made it worse for both of them. But I did like how everyone was going through something and there was some form of resolution and some sort of growth for them to a degree. Maybe not Dawson, but everyone else had elements where they were at least able to communicate and understand each other. And a lot of foreshadowing for what's to come. And then, of course, Joey's dad. Yeah, he just has to appear at the end. That's not going to end well. It just, yeah, it's her dad, and I feel like, what is he up to? Because I wouldn't say Joey and Pacey's dads are the best. But I'm looking forward to where that story arc is going to go. Thank you for watching.